Welcome to our channel. In this video, we will recap the movie Bad Sister. The movie opens with Jason Brady, a young guy, strumming a guitar in his room. He plays the guitar and blogs. Jason and his sister Zoe are staying at a Catholic institution after school. Rebecca, the main sister, greets them, while another nun, Sister Sophia, keeps an eye on Jason and his family from the principal's office. Sister Sophia is spoken to by Sister Rebecca when she returns to her office. She tells her that the school regulations are mandatory for all nuns. Sister Sophia gets a tissue from her, and she is instructed to take off her makeup. Sister Sophia is shown around by the principal after a brief conversation. Sister Sophia learns out she will be teaching Jason's homeroom at the same time as they meet. Following this, Rebecca shows Sophia the room in which she lives. Sophia uses her laptop to see the music video for Jason. She begins to kiss the laptop as soon as she sees Jason. This indicates to us that Sophia came to the school with a dark agenda and already knows Jason. Sophia can't help but follow Jason as he sings and plays the guitar in the school dorm. Jason is flirted with in class the next day by a student called Sarah. Sister Sophia shows up in the classroom after a little while. Envious, she observes how well Sarah and Jason get along. Then, in a rather ominous manner, Sister Sophia chastises Sarah. Sister Sophia is reminded by Sarah that she neglected to do her morning prayers. Following that episode, Jason and Sarah resumed their interaction outside the school. Sarah tells Jason that Sister Sophia is being annoying, but while they are kissing, Sister Sophia suddenly shows up with a distressed expression on her face. She gives Jason an order to report to class and issues a warning not to approach Sarah. Jason is then instructed by Sister Sophia to visit her room after school. This is due to the rule prohibiting boys from entering female apartments, particularly those of nuns. Finally, Jason makes his way to Sister Sophia's chamber. He observes that the door is slightly ajar and is astonished to see what he sees when he glances inside. Sophia was wearing just her bright red panties after removing her nun's garb. He swiftly fled that evening after learning that Sister Sophia had done it on purpose. Jason had trouble falling asleep, thinking about Sophia, his beautiful sister, all the time. He even had intense visions of kissing her one night. Everyone was asleep when Sophia stealthily went inside the girls' dormitory. Upon entering Sarah's room, she discreetly placed a pack of cigarettes inside her book. Sister Sophia had an unexpected plan to catch Sarah and have her expelled from the school. Red-handed, Rebecca caught her sister Sophia. Sophia attempted to refute the claim that she was only examining the girls' dormitory security. Sister Rebecca swiftly departed without asking any further questions. Sister Sophia told the pupils to open their textbooks the next day. Upon opening her textbook, Sarah saw a cigarette inside. Sister Sophia and her peers were alerted to this incident right away. When Sarah was brought to the principal's office, all she could do was sob and maintain that the smokes did not belong to her. The school nonetheless disciplined her in accordance with its policies, however. She had to miss a little of school after receiving a suspension. A comprehensive search of the whole school was conducted after this. While disciplining Jason's sister, a bottle of alcohol was discovered in Jason's hostel room. Sophia approached other educators and nuns, pleading for forgiveness. Jason's weekend task was to assist with cleaning the school. Sister Sophia chastised Jason thereafter because she wanted him to remain in school that weekend. A retrospection reveals Sophia's developing affections for Jason. She looked into him extensively and discovered that Jason's school employed a nun by the name of Sophia. Sophia encountered the nun, who sent her on her way before disguising herself as Sophia. On weekends, during cleaning time, Jason started visiting the school. When Jason was sleeping in his room that night, Sophia worked with him and tried to woo him. Jason and Zoe also paid him a visit. Upon entering, Sophia sensed that someone was around and surreptitiously activated the recording on his phone. Sister, Jason was shocked when he woke up. Sophia came up to Jason and attempted to talk him into doing something improper. Jason knew this was bad and made an effort to resist, but he struggled. Eventually, Jason fell into the temptation, and the next morning, they had a sexual relationship. Because of what transpired subsequently, Jason is very guilty. Sophia enters empty-handed from Jason's room, and begins to smell his perspiring clothing. Zoe arrives at that moment and discovers Sophia in the ACT. Although Sophia chastises Zoe, Zoe tells Jason what she saw. Sophia loses patience with Zoe after this occurrence and gives her a poor score on an after-school exam. Jason is shocked to discover that Sister Sophia, not the priest, would hear his confession of sins, even if he plans to confess. She makes a confession. Booth does a personal deed while perched on his lap. At a gathering he goes to, Sarah comes up to him and attempts to kiss him. Jason, nevertheless, forces Sarah to stop and departs from the celebration since all that's on his mind is his sister Sophia. He's holding a bottle of alcohol as he walks away, and the cops catch him in the act. But Sophia emerges out of nowhere and cuts him off. She attempts to woo Jason once again while they are staying at a motel. But Jason reminds her that what they are doing is wrong. In addition to mentioning her fortune and her want to be with him forever, Sophia says she thinks they might live happily ever after in Paris. After realizing that seeing his sister Sophia once again has made him unstable, Jason chastises her violently for not wanting to be with him. As they depart from the motel, Jason sits by the side of the road and begs Zoe for assistance. Jason's father uses Zoe to help him in his musical endeavors. Sophia is found unconscious on Jason's bed in a panic when he gets back to school. It turns out that Sophia's attempted overdose on drugs, which Jason first thought was a suicide attempt, was really a joke to get his compassion. Jason threatens to denounce Sophia's activities to the principal of the school and the priest since he can no longer stand her manipulations. Sophia responds by threatening to make public their unlawful connection. Soon later, Sophia's sister Rebecca stops her while she is imparting knowledge. The principal of the school advises Sarah to resume her regular attendance once the penalty has ended. Jason and Sarah are often seen together in social situations as their relationship becomes closer once again. Sophia becomes enraged and envious about this. Then, Sophia decides to get rid of Sarah that evening. As Sophia slips inside the women's dorm, she sees Sarah taking a shower. After a brief conversation, the board members gathered at the church, and after prayer, Jason approached Sophia, accusing her of being responsible for Sarah's sudden death. Despite the accusations, Sophia showed no fear. Instead, she became angry and threatened Jason by showing him a videotape of their intimacy. Later, Zoe is shocked to find Sarah lying face down, so she immediately calls the police and other residents for help. However, the police and other residents conclude that Sophia had fallen and suffered serious injuries. Jason and Zoe's parents came to get them. While Jason was visiting his family, Sophia had arranged to see him. Sophia asked Rebecca, her sister, whether she could go to her aunt's funeral. Jason, Zoe, and his parents were dining at a restaurant when all of a sudden, Sophia showed there. Sophia was welcomed by Jason's parents, who also extended an invitation for supper. Sister Rebecca, in the meanwhile, phoned the hospital where Sophia's purported aunt was receiving care, but the facility was not aware of the patient. Sister Rebecca said that after supper, since Jason was anxious with Sister Sophia there, Zoe urged him to tell her what had occurred. Jason told Zoe that he had had personal relations with the instructor and that recordings of such interactions had been made against him. Then, desperate to learn the truth, he voiced his worries about Sister Sophia's identity. When Jason and Zoe snuck into Sophia's room and got access to her computer, they found out that Laura Patterson was Sophia's true identity. When Sister Rebecca reached the door, she summoned Sophia to her office to confess her falsehoods and inform the priest Laura had already dispatched her true sister Sophia out to infiltrate and get access to Jason. Sophia fell and passed out after hitting her head. Jason and Zoe entered Sister Rebecca's chamber with the intention of revealing Sophia's true identity. Afterwards, they confronted Sophia at the church. They assured her that they would inform Sister Rebecca of her true identity. After losing her cool, Sophia struck Jason and knocked down Zoe. Sister Rebecca appeared at that moment and confusedly dragged Sophia away. Jason took a screwdriver out of his pocket and stopped Sophia with it. After 7 months, every student received their diploma.